Hey, I'm Matt,
I'm Josh.
and this is Review to a Film.
Welcome to another episode of Review to a Film. Today we are going to be talking about the sci-fi film, Oblivion.
Oblivion, not the game, but the movie.
Yes.
Right.
Tom Cruise.
So, and we're in for a real treat because Josh is a Tom Cruise expert, everything Tom Cruise, so he's really excited about this.
Yeah, you're going to get punched on TV.
Anyhow, so Oblivion is written and directed by Joseph Kosinski. Mr. Kosinski shares the writing credits with Karl Gajusek and Michael Arndt. Couldn't find anything on Karl Gajusek, anything worth mentioning. But anyway, Mr. Kosinski, his name is not going to be recognizable, but he did direct TRON Legacy.
Yes.
And he's going to be directing the upcoming TRON sequel, due out in 2014. Mm-hmm. And, of course, he's doing this. So, got some good stuff behind him. Yeah. Now, Michael Arndt, I had never really heard of this guy, but a little digging on him, turns out he wrote Little Miss Sunshine, which he did win an Oscar for. He worked on Brave, Toy Story 3, and he wrote the upcoming Hunger Games Catching Fire, which is releasing November?
November 23rd.
Right.
Right around Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. And he's also slated to write the upcoming Star Wars Episode 7. Pretty cool. So a lot of talent behind the screens. What kind of talent do we have on the screen?
Pretty comparable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got my Harper with Tom Cruise, but, you know, I'll get over it. He picks good material. Mm-hmm. So Tom Cruise, Morgan Freeman, love Morgan Freeman. Need no real introduction. Olga Kurylenko, she was in Hitman, and she was also in Max Payne.
That's right.
Opposite Mark Wahlberg. Andrea Riseborough, she's in Disconnect, which is available now in limited release. So if you're in, well, I guess New York.
Big cities.
Yeah. It always comes back to New York, doesn't it? You can go see it. Nikolai
Coster-Waldau.
Yes.
Yes.
He's talented. He's also on HBO's Game of Thrones. He plays
Jamie Lannister, the Kingslayer.
There
yes,
you
sir.
go. And Melissa Leo, she's brilliant. She won Best Supporting Actress for her role in The Fighter.
That's right.
Also with Mr. Wahlberg.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody likes Mr. Wahlberg.
There you go.
Zoe Bell, she was in Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof. She was the crazy chick, and she does a lot of stunt work, so we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, she's been in a ton of stuff, but you've seen her on the screen as an actress in Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof.
There you go.
So Oblivion is about Jocko. Well, it's about Jack Harper. That's Tom Cruise.
Not Jack Reacher.
No, not Jack Reacher. He hasn't.
Jack Harper.
Let's hope he has got better luck with this character named Jack than he did with Jack Reacher.
Yes.
Anyhow, Jack Harper, drone repairman. He's assigned to Earth years after the surface of Earth has been devastated by a war with an alien race called the Scavs. Mm-hmm. So he's down there. He's doing his thing. He's repairing drones, and he comes across a.
What do you got? Come on.
It comes across a crashed spaceship, man.
Yes, with Kurylenko.
Kurylenko is in there.
Olga. I'm just going to call her Olga.
Right, she
was also in Quantum of Solace, too.
Okay, and anyway, so
I don't care. Let me get through my script.
Right, so he's in the spaceship, and he finds some stuff in there, and apparently it's going to bring up a lot of questions about everything that this guy knew about this war with the Scavs, and at the same time, it's going to put the fate of mankind in his hands.
Yeah, I don't care about it. Let's talk about the trailer. What do you think about the trailer?
I like the trailer. I like sci-fi. I like Morgan Freeman. I like spaceships.
I hope this movie's good, just like...
I do. I hope this movie's good. I'm really excited to see it. The trailer, it looks like it's going to be drama first, sci-fi second, or drama with the sci-fi background. We're going to get some action,
Yeah. Well, it's 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is way long, but it looks good. I mean, all of the different things going on. The only thing I don't understand... Okay, well, it looks like a little like Omega Man. Mm-hmm. For those of you that don't know what the hell I'm talking about, you might know the Will Smith version, which was I Am Legend. Mm-hmm. And also a little Wall-E. Does that make any sense?
It does.
Like it's like just nothing and there's a little robot, but it's him and his little cock and ball ship. What's up with that? It's just like...
It is. He drives a phallic spacecraft.
Oh, there you go. I mean, and then when it crashes down, it's like, oh, it's the chick I want to bang. So, I mean, I guess it all works together. I just don't understand. I don't get it.
I certainly wouldn't have designed my spaceship to look like that. No. Anyhow, so Oblivion opens Friday, April 19th. It was supposed to open on the 12th.
Yeah, got pushed back.
Got pushed back because of Jurassic Park 3D.
Yep.
Universal wanted to give it another week in the theaters to make a little extra dough.
Well, it did, sort of. I mean, it made $11.5 million, which is respectable.
Not bad.
But I'm sure the folks over at Warner Brothers are way happy.
Yeah.
It allowed 42 to be #1 at the box office all week.
That's great. So
good for them. It was a good movie.
so we're going to go see the movie. You check out the trailer, and when we get back from the movie, we're going to tell you what we thought of it.
And I'm going to talk him out of wearing that hat.
I love you.
I wanted to spend the rest of my life here.
Jack. An object came down in 1-7.
Got it. On my way. 60 years ago, Earth was attacked. We won the war, but they destroyed half the planet. Everyone's been evacuated. Nothing human remains. Our job is security and drone maintenance. We're the mop-up crew.
2 more weeks, Jack, and we can leave and join the others.
Doesn't seem right. We won the war. Now we have to leave.
This is Mission Control. How y'all doing this morning?
Don't take any chances. It's dangerous down there.
I've been watching you, Jack.
Who are you?
The people you work for lied to you. They told you to follow orders. And soon you would join the others. It's time you know the truth.
Jack.
How do you know my name? There are people down there. There are things you need to know.
I don't want to know!
You're still an effective team.
We're not an effective team.
They're firing on survivors. Stand down!
This is insubordinate behavior.
What aren't you telling me? Who are you?
Help us end this.
You don't have to die. They don't have to die. It's time to come home.
I'm not gonna do that. Earth is my home.
All right, so we're back from the movie. I still have my hat on.
Yeah, it was a lost cause.
Yeah, so we talked about a few things, and one of the things I remember mentioning is I hope we see a lot of Morgan Freeman.
Not so much.
Not so much. We got about, I'd say, maybe 10 minutes of screen time with Morgan Freeman.
A little bit. He was a catalyst, though.
He was a good catalyst, and then you have an Oscar-winning actress that you pretty much limit to a fuzzy screen the whole time.
Relay.
It was a relay, and she looked like she was CG. Anyway, so I kind of question the casting calls on that. However, Tom Cruise led this movie.
Sure.
I think he led the movie very well. It was a one-man show.
Here's the thing. I mean, say what you will about Tom Cruise. I mean, as a person, Scientology, all this other, it's just nonsense.
Right.
You don't go see people for who they are. They're
Right.
actors. They're playing another character. You either like the character. I mean, I know a lot of people are like, oh, she did this and he banged her and this, that, and the other. And they're
Right.
like, and I'm never going to watch them again.
No.
Tom Cruise, he's a weirdo,
He can act.
but he can act his ass off.
He can act. Tom Cruise essentially carried the whole movie.
Yep.
It was pretty much a one-man show. Tom Cruise.
He's getting old.
You did, and
A little wear on those tires.
yeah. All in all, though, I'm gonna say that I actually liked the movie.
Yeah.
I thought the special effects looked wonderful with the drones.
Yep.
They looked like they were actually there. Not a I questioned what we saw at the end. That looked kind
See, this is
of.
going to turn into another one of those weird Evil Dead. We don't want to spoil anything.
All right, I don't want to spoil it, but there's a
Yeah.
scene at the end where the CG looks very, very questionable. You probably know exactly what I'm talking about. So that was kind of like that. It hurt it a little bit.
You're really getting. I mean, it's nitpicky.
Yeah.
It really is nitpicky. There's another time when the I'm going to call it the cock and ball ship. I don't even know what the hell it is.
It's actually called a bubble ship. I saw
Bubble
in the
ship.
credits.
Sorry. Bleep, bleep, bleep,
It's a
bleep,
bubble.
bleep.
It's a bubble ship, but it looks like a cock and balls.
There's one that it comes down and then it like at the last second it comes back onto the pad.
Yeah.
That looked a little weird. But I mean, it's really, really nitpicky.
Yeah.
In terms of the movie, I got into it.
Yeah.
You know, I forgot, it's Tom Cruise. I mean, you initially sit there and you're like, oh, it's Tom Cruise. It's another Tom Cruise movie.
Right.
But you get into it. Everything was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous.
Everything's beautiful.
The length bothered me a little bit because I knew exactly. I was watching. I was like, they could have cut this out. They could have cut this out. They could have cut this out.
They telegraphed a couple of scenes.
Right. So
You know what I'm talking about?
exactly, and I'm watching. Okay, they could have feasibly knocked this movie down to maybe an hour and 50 minutes, hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, but at that point, I mean, what's another 20 minutes?
Yeah.
You're going to get it on the Blu-ray. You're going to get it on the disc.
So, I liked the movie. I liked the story.
Mm-hmm.
There was a pretty interesting twist.
Couple of them.
Couple of them actually. We again, it was a Tom Cruise show. The other actors, we mentioned Nikolai Coster-Waldau, Jamie Lannister.
He was very minor.
Very minor.
Yep.
Zoe Bell, you saw her in the background twice or 3 times.
Yeah.
No speaking lines.
Yeah, thanks IMDb.
Yeah.
Way to hook that.
Michael Arndt, we talked about him in the beginning. He didn't even get a mention in the credits.
So you got to wonder what's going on.
Yeah, kind of weird, but good movie. I'm going to give it 4 stars. I liked it. I will buy it. It will go in my home collection.
I thought it looked fantastic. And here's the thing. It wasn't film. It was shot on 4K. It was totally digital.
So what does 4K mean? You might want to explain that real quick. If you can, quickly.
No, I can't do it quickly.
So it's digital.
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about, CCD chip. You want to talk about all these little things. You've got this area, and then you've got this.
Well, you're explaining it now.
Yeah. You want to know about film versus digital? Watch the documentary side by side. Seriously.
All right.
It's available, for instance, on Netflix, and I'm promoting something else for Oblivion.
There you go.
There you go. But I liked it. A little lengthy, a little long, but here's the thing. It all made sense. The couple of things that, like I said, they telegraphed a couple of things. You can kind of see where the progression, and then once you're like, oh, okay, I know what's coming up. Okay, I know what's coming up. Okay. Well, that
Right.
I didn't get that at all.
Right.
That's kind of cool.
Right.
So, I mean, there were little twists and turns, and, yeah, I'll go see it again.
You'd see it again.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to give it 4 stars.
Great.
You're surprised.
I am. I'm very surprised. We actually tried something new for this.
Yeah.
We actually didn't talk about the movie the whole entire way home. That was very, very hard, actually, but we didn't. And I'm shocked that he is giving it that high of a rating, to be honest with everybody.
No, it was good. I mean, I'd go see it again. I don't know if I'm going to buy it. I'll borrow it from you.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd be very curious to see the director's cut if there is extra footage. I'm sure there is because it looks like they cut a bunch down. But also the making of, because on Tron Legacy, if they go into the suits, they go into all the, and Universal usually puts out a really good.
Well, yeah, in the credits,
And Sony.
it was listing all sorts of stuff: military advisors, the suit designers, suit fabricators, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, could be a lot of interesting stuff.
I give it 4 stars. You give it 4 stars for a total of 8. You're gonna buy it.
I'm gonna buy it.
I'm on the fringe.
Okay.
With the things that are out there, I'd definitely go see it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
For right now, until Iron Man 3 comes out.
If your wife wanted to see it, would you rather say, hey, you know what, we'll buy it, or would you take you two out to go see it again at that point?
Just at that point, just buy it.
Okay.
Because, I mean, the cost savings.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've got 2, 3, 4, 5 people and you want to go out and spend $75, just wait for the Blu-ray and own it.
But by all means, see it at the theater. It was a good flick. It looked good on the big screen.
Oh, it sounded fantastic.
The sound was great. The bass was always pumping.
No, it was
and
kicking.
I wasn't sure if it was coming from the movie next to us or not, but I'm pretty sure it was this movie.
It was like a rumble pack under the seat.
Yeah, good flick. So that's an 8 out of 10 from us. It's one that we both seem to have liked a lot. So definitely go check this one out in the theaters. It was a good flick. Bye.